Early this year, government imposed a temporary ban on the exportation of domestic labour. This came on the heels of numerous reports of Ugandans being trafficked to Saudi Arabia under the guise of employment. Social media was awash with pictures and videos of Ugandan girls being molested, sexually abused, with some crying for rescue.
Ndabira mama wange abanzikiriza kudda kubanga ndi mulwadde simanyi kyakola sindikira omuntu ananyamba sina simu sina kintu kyonna ambi nsaba obuyambi bwo.
And as it later came to be known, government could not effectively help because most of these girls entered Saudi Arabia illegally and lacked any binding contracts with their employers.
Girls are not only harassed. These girls are sexually molested. Some of these girls have had their internal body organs harvested.
Interpol issues certificates of good conduct to all those leaving the country and to companies engaged in this trade. However, according to Kasinje, these are also forged.
Interpol will give certificates of good conduct. But every day at Entebbe Airport and all these borders, they arrest people with fake certificates of good conduct. From Nkuruma, from NASA, all these places. But I want to warn them, we are coming for you.
This also makes it hard for the extradition process between government of Uganda and the respective governments where labour is exported.
You cannot, in the circumstances where this has not been done, fault the government of Saudi Arabia for not doing anything against these people because, after all, they have been going on their own.
According to records from the Ministry of Labour, only 51 companies are licensed to recruit and export labour in a bid to get rid of unscrupulous individuals and ghost companies that continue to lure many into taking up household jobs abroad. Labour exporting companies formed an association to keep them in check.
Our own association. It's an umbrella organization that brings together the licensed companies, and we call it, the name is Uganda Association for External Recruitment Agencies. Now, this association helps us to, first of all, speak with one voice, but most importantly, to regulate ourselves, where we should continue, we should work together as a sector, but also observe the laws and the guidelines provided by the Ministry of Labour.
Labour exporting companies also ensure that no detail is left out when exporting labour.
Parish, the sub-county, the district, and all the other details, and all the family members, father, mother, brothers, sisters, everything, and next of kin. Next of kin is also mentioned in these forms. So we have information on all the candidates, on all the employees that we send abroad. This information is kept both by us as a company, but also by the Ministry of Labour.
On arrival to their various destinations, Kamaraho says they go an extra mile to ensure that the welfare of the exported workers is taken care of. The welfare of workers was re-echoed at the just concluded National Labour Day celebrations.
The contract covers medical insurance, plus the risk of even death. If somebody dies, the remains must be returned by the company that employs the individual. So, but of course, if somebody was trafficked, that person is left in the cold.
However, according to some stories shared by some returnees, this is where all goes wrong. Passports are confiscated and sometimes the workers are cut off from the outside world. Catherine Ochend Sabwe, the Treasurer Uganda Association of External Recruitment Agencies, however, says this is done as a precaution.
It is not confiscated the way they put it. You are already through a licensed company. We have our partner company on the other side that will take care of your passport. Just in case, there are some hooks right on the destination side. Some of them steal our Ugandan passports and go and do funny things with them.
Somebody must move when the employer knows where they are going. In other words, with permission. And when they are going to do that, they get their passports back.
Exploitation of labour is not an evil in itself, as it has proved to be an economically viable venture.
It is estimated that Uganda gets about $1 billion annually from remittances that are sent by the people, the Ugandans who are working abroad. And the Middle East in particular brings in close to $400 million. These are many countries in the Middle East.
Which means that if we can harness this to the benefit of our people through proper procedures, we can even get $5 billion, $10 billion. Countries like Ghana have really benefited a lot from people working out of the country.
Now, as government and stakeholders work on streamlining this sector, fraudsters are at it day and night, devising new ways to scheme Ugandans.
If you are a city dweller, you must have come across all sorts of posters promising juicy jobs in Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and other countries in the Middle East. It is no secret either that most of the people involved in this trade could be fraudsters and could rip you off as well as traffic you. As relevant bodies work hand in hand to solve this rather winding and endless maze of sorts, the public must know that some offers are too good to be true. As it is in this part of the world, boarding a plane comes with a lot of excitement. But before you set foot on that plane, make sure you have the necessary papers, legal and binding. Rhoda Ngonzi for UBC.